Good day everyone, this is Junaid Khan, a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and also representing clients to the Immigration Refugee Board of Canada. This video will include a little summary about most of the topics happened recently in the month of August 2025. There are going to be 6 topics which are important for the people who are applying, mostly looking for the express entry or a permanent residency pathways. The new edition, let me explain the topic I'm talking about. So the first topic is going to be the medical requirement for the express entry clients or the permanent residency people. The express entry draws happen in the month of August lately. Projection numbers of permanent residency for the year 2025 and also projected number for 2026, the number of permanent residency Canada is going to welcome. We will also talk about some of the test results, test options actually, which IRCC recently included for the people who wish to apply express entry application. And the last but not the least, we are going to talk about a little rapid increase in the number of refugee cases from the United States. So let's start the first topic. The topic is the new medical exam requirements for express entry. So recently, I myself received an email from IRCC that people who are now applying for the permanent residency applications who received an ITA or any application include the permanent residency of one person or the entire family, they're now required to do the medical exam upfront before they submit their application. This is now starting from, if I'm not mistaken, from August 21st, 2025. So people who applied already their permanent residency applications, they don't have to do the medical now. They still have to wait for IRCC to send them a letter to get their medical examination done. But if you haven't submitted your application till 21st of August 2025, you now have to do the upfront medical and submit your PR application with the upfront medical. IRCC sent an email before to all of the people who were in the pool and also consultants that, just leave that portal, just leave that one blank where it says the medical examination required. Just send a blank letter or just a Word document written that, it's not done yet and we're waiting for IRCC to send us a letter. But now you have to do it upfront if you are applying after 21st of August 2025. That is going to be really important. Do not miss that part. Second topic, express entry and the ITA for the month of August 2025. In my previous video, where I was talking about the first half of the August, now I'm only gonna emphasize on the second half of the August regarding the express entry draws and the invitation people received. So on 19 August, RSCC conducted the healthcare and the social service worker draw. And in that one, the cutoff score were 470 and 200 and 2,500 invitations were settled. And good luck for the people who received the ITA. And one suggestion, that while submitting your PR application, you have to be very careful. Make sure you do not make any mistakes. Make sure you send all the supporting documents as well as the required documents, because these are actually the important part of your file. Another draw happened, which is basically the provincial nominee draw, and 192 ITAs. The CRS cutoff was 800 and it happened August 6th. And then the French proficiency draw happened 2500 ITA. The CRS cutoff was 481. Well, this is a little higher as compared to multiple French proficiency draws before. And the Canadian experience class 1000 ITA. CRS was 534. So the CRS for the French category, the CRS for the healthcare, and as well as the Canadian experience class is now on a little higher side. There are mixed emotions. What I have consulted with many people, some people were really thinking about having a lower CRS for this year, or especially after they cut down the 50 or the 200 points for the LMIA based express entry files, but the expectations have not met yet because this year, especially for the French speaking, is went really up as compared to previous couple of draws. Next topic, we are going to enter, we're going to be talking about the projected immigration number for the year of 2025. IRCC have announced that they are going to target 395,000 new permanent residents in Canada for the year of 2025. Well, today we are in August, end of August, and till now, Canada has accepted 207,065 something, let's say 208,000 application. So 200,000, approximately 200,000 applications has already, people already admitted to Canada, which is approximately roughly around 50% of the target for the year of 2025. And the remaining are going to be between the month of August till December. So, which automatically makes it a little more approvals during this time in September to December. And the projection is fairly on point. I don't see that Canada will welcome more people as compared to what they have projected already. So by the year end, 400,000 approximately people are going to enter Canada for the year 2025. Fairly 50% of them are already here, and 50% of them are going to be in the next 4 months. I'm not too sure that they might welcome less people as targeted, but I feel like it's not going to be over for sure. Going forward, we are going to talk about the proposed 2026 express entry category. This is going to be important for many people because the people who are submitting their applications now, what's going to happen in 2026 for the express entry applicants. So on August 12th, our IRCC released a draft for public consultation on a new leadership and innovation category, and which is probably going to start in 2026. Let's talk about the category focused for the year 2025 and 2024. So on top of the list, healthcare and trade. These two were on the top for the year 2025 till now. Other than that, French speaking, French category, and STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. But I have not seen a lot of draws for STEM, but I do, the French speaking, the French draws were there. The healthcare draws was very on top of it. And one of the biggest draw happened in the month of August. First week of August was 5,000 invitations, but the CRS cutoff was around 470, bit high, but still 5,000 invitations were there. And then I recently mentioned in this video, there was another draw for the healthcare 470, 2,500 invitations sent by the RSCC. But let's talk about this new, the leadership and innovation. IRCC is actually thinking about adding this to the category list as well. And I feel like there are many people who are actually related to this one. Well, we are gonna get more information about this later on because this is proposed for 2026. I believe that by the end of 2025 there will be more information about this. But if you are in one of these two categories, there will be very good news by the end of this year, and it is very much proposed to start in 2026. Going forward, another topic which I was going to talk about is the expansion of English language test options for the people applying express entry. Initially, Canada was only accepting IELTS, and there were multiple, the test scores for, like, you have to do the general IELTS, and you can compare your IELTS with the other test options as well. But right now, as of August 23rd, 2025, IRCC will accept TOEFL Essentials as the English language proficiency test for certain permanent residency applications, not for all, offering a shorter and more affordable alternative as compared to IELTS. A lot of people ask me one question very particularly, and I feel like a lot of people are in this situation that a very common question about the IELTS in the Express Entry application was that I have a lower score in one of the modules and all three of them, the other three of them were really good. I have seen multiple IELTS that like one of my client got like triple eight, like he got like 3 8s and one module was 6, which eventually drops a lot of scores, in your Express Entry profile. So the question was that if I can just retake one module, does IRCC accept that? The answer is no. It is written on the IRCC website that Canada for Express Entry profiles does not really accept one module retake. That means you have to do the whole IELTS, the complete test again. But again, if you are eligible, you can apply. I always say that if you are eligible with your IELTS test score, you can always apply and then upgrade your IELTS whenever it's needed and if you want to do it right away. So anyways, the good news is the TOEFL is going to be one of the tests what you can do as the language test option for the Express Entry applications. Last but not least, the point I'm going to talk about the increase in refugee claims from United States. Let's talk about the data a little bit. Data shown that more Americans apply for refugee status in Canada during the first half of 2025 than in all of 2024. That means the most of the application from the United States, people applying for refugee in Canada, is the numbers are more in the first half of 2025 as compared to the whole year of 2024, and it was highest since the 2019. Now the category where people are claiming asylum in Canada from US was specifically the LGBTQ community, and they have a fear, in some of the states in the United States. So there are many cases which were registered in IRB, in Canadian refugee system, where people were claiming refugees from the United States. Overall, if we talk about the refugee system, the IRB was really rushed up last year as well as this year, and that is why the Bill C2 is actually in progress. Well, there is no final verdict on the Bill C2 as of now, but that can really help IRB to scrutinize the cases. The one highlight of the Bill C2 is if you are in Canada, if you lived in Canada for the period of 1 year from the year 2020 till date, you might not be able to apply for the refugee claim, and if you do, your case will not be referred to the Immigration Refugee Board, but it might go to the pre-removal risk assessment first. Well, let's see what's going to happen. The bill still needs to get the royal assent, and then maybe it will implement, but it will implement from the year 2020. There are overall increase in refugee cases in Canada from last 1 year and a half, but this was the increase from the people coming in from the United States and one particular fear. So this was IRB is handling it very well so far. The cases I've been dealing with, the hearings are not delayed. It was very much on time, which is well managed from the IRB, but there nothing can be said at this point what was going to happen next. So these were the few topics I was trying to wrap up for the month of August. I'm trying within my schedule that I can make a weekly roundup in all of my videos going forward. I'm really tied up these days in regards to my work. So whenever I get a chance, I try to wrap up the 15 days or like 20 days or a full month. But I feel like it'll be easier for everybody to have like a 1 weekly roundup where you can get most of the information from the IRCC. students, visitors, or any information for the people who wish to apply express entry. And thank you very much, and I hope this helped for a lot of people who are in touch with the IRCC. Thank you so much.